What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my November current household. I'm a little late doing this. I typically do my current households at like the beginning of the month, but the reason I'm late is because I actually started a new current household. I just was not enjoying my old one anymore. It just wasn't the kind of gameplay I wanted to do anymore, and I just really wasn't enjoying it. So I started a new one, and you might think the sim looks a little familiar. I did not do this on purpose, but she looks a lot like Rachelle from my last family current household, but they're not related. She also reminds me a little bit of Kennedy from my drama series. So I've come to the conclusion that I make a lot of my sims look the same, and it's like this. So I need to like branch out, but I didn't realize that until I had already been playing with her for like 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm not going to change her now, but I do have a very interesting storyline that I'm actually really excited to explore. You're about to see a pretty hefty household, but just let me explain everything before I get to that. So we do have 5 Sims and 2 animals in this household. This is the house they live in. However, I'm not going to show you an in-depth tour. I am actually going to be sending all of these people to university together, and I really want to take my time and honestly have them be in university for a long time. Like, I plan on having them be in university for probably like 6 weeks. Like, I really want to play slowly and take my time while we're at university. So I'm not going to be rushing to get any of them a degree. But this actually started with Miss Aaliyah Ryder right here. She was the star of the show. I actually made her and then the dog Scooby here. Let me actually show you Scooby first because I love Scooby so much. So this is our dog Scooby Ryder. He is such a freaking cutie. He is a male and an adult. He's actually becoming an elder today, which I literally did not realize until this exact moment. I knew he was getting close, but I didn't know it was that close. He is playful and likes to swim, and he learned to be non-destructive and adventurous. I don't really use him for hunting or anything. Like, a lot of the times with my dogs, I train them to hunt and then use them to make money, but I haven't done that for him. I've actually had him and Aaliyah be really close. Like, they have gotten a really close friendship. So we had Scooby, and then we actually had a different cat named Minnie, but I made her as an elder, and she unfortunately passed away. So Aaliyah's little backstory: she's actually a teenager currently, but she's aging up to a young adult. Hey guys, this is me editing really quickly. I just wanted to throw in there, the reason Aaliyah looks so different in the thumbnail is because I completely forgot to take screenshots for the thumbnail until after I had filmed this, and then I kept playing. I aged her up, I gave her a makeover, I moved them to university, and then I was like, oh my god, I never made a thumbnail for my current household. So that's why she looks so different in the thumbnail, because she's actually a young adult, but just in this video, she's a teenager. So I just wanted to explain that quickly. Like, literally right now, and then they're gonna go off to university, but I wanted to do the first current household with them before they went to university. So anyways, I made Aaliyah and her father. She has an elder father named Don, who unfortunately passed away. Her little backstory was her mother got pregnant from Don from a one-night stand, and they didn't live in the same town, so her mother never told Don about having a child, never told Don about really anything. And then one day, because her mother was a little bit younger than Don, when Aaliyah became a teenager, her mom just couldn't handle her. You know, she was out all the time. She was getting into trouble. She was never home. She just genuinely couldn't handle her. So she went out and she found Don, and even though Don was an elder, he was like, well, yeah, that's my daughter. Like, of course, I'll take her. So her mother abandoned her with a father she had never met as a teenager, you know, like, let's say 13 years old. She's like, here you go. This is your daughter, even though you never met her. And we actually lived in this house for her entire teenage life. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you this house. I mean, there's nothing really exciting to show, but this is where Don had lived his whole life. You know, he never, to his knowledge, you know, never had kids. He was a doctor. He really threw himself into his job. So he had, you know, a little master bedroom, and then he had a guest bedroom that Aaliyah ended up moving into. And then he had a cat named Minnie, and then Aaliyah came with Scooby. So Scooby was Aaliyah's dog, and Minnie was Don's cat. So this is the house they lived in. It wasn't super great. It's a little bit packed for having like a dog and a cat. It was really hard to interact with them because they had to go outside every single time. So that was the house that she grew up in. And her and Dawn never really got super close. Like, they were never best friends or anything. But she actually felt more comfortable with Dawn than with her mother. So she has not seen, talked to, like, nothing with her mother since the day she abandoned her when she was 13. And she's about to turn, you know, she's literally a teenager aging up into a young adult today. So she's like 18. Today's her 18th birthday. So she's been no contact with her mother for 5 years. And her dad just passed away, I don't know, let's say 6 months ago. So because she was so close to her 17th birthday, and with her dad passing away, it would mean most likely she would have to go, you know, move back in with her mom, move to a whole new city. She formed a really great friend group. There's actually one thing I need to change. I took him, hello, what's going on? I took him into Create-A-Sim, and if you don't know, Create-A-Sim actually messes up their aging, so I need to get him back to the proper age. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Aaliyah actually formed a really great friend group out here, and at the time that her father passed away, everyone else is a young adult, but Morgan, which we'll get to Morgan in a second, she had, you know, she's like 18, 19 years old. She was a little bit older than Aaliyah. She's the oldest, and then, you know, I'll get to their ages in a second. So Morgan's like, hey, you know, I just moved into my own apartment. It's a 2-bedroom. You're more than welcome to stay with me until, you know, you turn 18 and you can kind of go off on your own. And hopefully, you know, you're only 6 months from your birthday, so hopefully you can, you know, get away with it. So this is Aaliyah. I love her. She is definitely the main character, but I really wanted to play with all of her friends, especially at university. So that's what she looks like. She's super cute. I love her so much. Her lifetime wish is to be the culinary librarian, which is learning every recipe. You don't actually need to learn every single recipe. I think once you learn 28, it's considered complete, but I do want her to learn every recipe. I want her to reach level 10. I want her to read every single book. I want her to go to France, China, and Egypt and get all of those books. Like, I want her to genuinely learn every single recipe. So Aaliyah is an Aries. She likes indie music, egg rolls, and the color lime. She is shy, vegetarian, natural cook, and irresistible. She is an A student in school, so we'll be able to pick her trait when she ages up, which I'm so excited. She's a level 4 cooking. Don never cooked a day in his life, so when she moved in with him, she was kind of forced into like being the chef in the house. Basically, it was she cooked or she ate frozen meals every day. So she learned how to cook, and turns out she had a passion for it. And I feel like cooking and gardening really go hand in hand. Her passion for cooking gave her a passion for gardening. So she is going to be my professional chef. She's going to have a giant garden. That's the kind of vibe I want to go for her. She is level 3 social networking, and then level 1 writing. I don't want writing to be like her passion, but I kind of want it to be something she does for fun on the side. So yeah, this is Aaliyah. We do have in her inventory, we have a couple things to plant. I don't know if you noticed at the last house, there was a garden in the backyard. I didn't move it here, and they're not even gonna be in this house for very long. This is gonna be like the home base they come back to after university, but like I said, I want them to be there for a long time. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just ate my lunch, so I like had a burp stuck in my throat. I want them to be at university for a long time, so this is just kind of the place they're gonna pop back to for a couple sim hours and then go right back to university. So I want them to have a garden there and everything, and then all these books that she needs to read. I bought books through level 5 because she's level 4, so that's kind of how I do it. I'll usually, once she becomes level 5 and once she finishes all these books, then I'll go and buy, you know, level 6 through, you know, 1 level above what she's currently at. That's how I like to do it. So yeah, I really want her to be like a chef and possibly start like a cooking blog. I think that would be really cool if her social networking skill gets up high enough. So that's kind of my plans for Aaliyah. So now you see there are 4 other Sims in this household. Let's start with Morgan. She has the least going on. So we'll start with her. She looks like scared right now. Can you not make that face? I think that's just her face. Okay, anyways, so her name is Morgan Beck, and she was Aaliyah's very first friend when she moved to town. Her lifetime wish is to reach the max influence with all social groups, which is jock, rebel, and nerd. I was going to change this. I changed all of the boys' lifetime wishes, but I decided since they're going to be in university for so long, it actually fit very well. Morgan is a Gemini and a young adult with 28 days till she's an adult. My young adult lifespan is set to 31. I made it pretty long just because I want more time with my Sims. So she is the oldest, but even being the oldest, she's only been a young adult for 3 days. She likes indie music, sushi, and the color yellow. She's a social butterfly, a great kisser, a gatherer, a coward, and friendly. She did become a teacher. I had everyone, all 4 of them actually got jobs, but I had them all quit because 1, obviously we're going to university, and then 2, if they already have a job and come back from university with a degree, I wasn't sure if their degree was for the job they had, if they would automatically be bumped up or not. So I decided to just have them quit. It made sense, you know? So, oh, her skills. She's a level 5 charisma and level 3 guitar. I just started playing with these guys. Like literally, I moved them all into this household last night at like 11 o'clock. Like I moved them in, they went to bed, they went to work, they came home, quit their jobs, and we're about to go to university. So I haven't really hardcore played with these guys quite yet, but we'll get there. So Morgan wants to be a teacher, so that's what she is going to go to university for. Obviously, Aaliyah is going to go for culinary. So Morgan wants to be a teacher, but she is a social butterfly, you know, very friendly, great kisser. So I kind of picture her not necessarily like a wild party kind of girl, but definitely like have a bunch of friends come over, like a gathering every single night, basically, but not like a wild, crazy party, but she's a social butterfly, you know, she wants people over all the time. So I think for her, living with 4 other people, she's gonna love that because someone's always gonna be home, someone's always gonna be doing something, she'll always have someone to socialize with, which I think is gonna be really good for Morgan. But like I said, her and Aaliyah are BFFs, best friends forever, and she's also really close with her family. She's really close with her dad. She has, let me see her family tree. Okay, so she is the oldest. She's got 2 younger siblings, Izzy and Lucas, and then her dad, Nathaniel, and her mom, Donna. So she is really close with her family, so I think she's going to be calling them a lot. She'll probably have them come visit, you know, a bunch of fun stuff. I am really excited to kind of play with her and get to know her a little bit more. So next, let's move on to Ethan Goth. Oh, also, we're in the town of Riverview Reimagined. I freaking love this town. I did a world overview for it not too long ago. You can scroll back a couple videos on my channel, you'll find it. And I love this town so much. It's awesome. And the Goth family in this town, literally obsessed with them. So they actually have twins. Oh, excuse my burp. And these are the twins, Ethan and Erwin. And this is kind of where things get a little bit messy. So let me actually introduce the twins really quickly. This is Ethan. This one here is Ethan. He is more like emo, kind of bad boy looking, and then Erwin is more like, he's almost like dorky, but like an emo dork, you know, like he likes dark clothes and dark everything, but he has like a very nerdy, dorky side to him. So this is Ethan. He wants to be a leader of the free world, which is reaching level 10 in the political career. He is a Capricorn and a young adult with 29 days till he's an adult, so he's only 1 day younger than Morgan. He likes indie music, cookies, and the color Irish green. He is adventurous, excitable, clumsy, virtuoso, and a smoozer. What's that called? Smoozer. And then, yeah, he was in the political career, but again, I had him quit because of the whole university thing. He's level 5 athletic and level 4 charisma. So Ethan is actually Aaliyah's boyfriend. They have been off and on all throughout high school. So Aaliyah met Morgan first, and then she met Erwin. Let me introduce you to Erwin. So his lifetime wish is to be a professional author, which is earning 4,000 simoleons per week in royalties. He is a Virgo. I hate that they're twins and have different signs, but oh well. He's a young adult, also with 29 days till he's an adult, so again, they are twins. He likes Egyptian music, cobbler, and the color spiceberry. He is socially awkward, an animal lover, ambitious, computer whiz, and angler. So I feel like socially awkward and shy kind of go hand in hand. I don't know. I love them together. He was Oh yeah, he was a like self-employed fisherman, but I'm gonna put him in the journalism career because that goes hand in hand with writing. And then possibly when his writing kind of takes off, I'll have him quit journalism to 100% focus on writing. But he's a level 3 cooking, level 4 fishing, level 4 logic, and level 5 writing. So Aaliyah met Morgan, they became really, really good friends, and then she met Erwin, and they kind of bonded, you know, over her shyness, his socially awkward, and they became really, really good friends. And then she went over to Erwin's house and was like, oh my God, he has a twin, and her and Ethan hit it off pretty quickly, but their relationship was very, like, physical, I guess I would say. They didn't really have a lot in common. They didn't really talk a lot. It was like, not that they're not a cute couple, because I do like them together. Let me, well, never mind. I was going to have Aaliyah come over here, but she's a teenager and he's a young adult at the moment, so it looks a little bit weird. But, yeah, they, like, he was her first hookup and everything. We'll say, like, before she moved to town, she had boyfriends and she'd had her first kiss with other guys, but he was the first person she ever woohooed with. You know, she was very all in, and Ethan was kind of like, I don't know if I want that level of commitment. So they actually broke up and got back together twice while being in high school. The first time Ethan broke up with her because he was not ready for that level of commitment, and then Aaliyah was basically like, please, I love you, and he's like, okay, and they got back together, and then they dated for, you know, a couple of months, whatever, and then they were going to prom together, and Aaliyah was just like, you know, I don't know if this is meant to be. Like, ever since you broke up with me, I've kind of been struggling with being, like, comfortable with you. So they ended up breaking up, but they had already agreed to go to prom together, so they're like, okay, we'll go as friends. And then Ethan was like, please, let's get back together at prom, and they got back together. So they have been together since, let's just say, their senior prom. And they've been going good ever since then, but they had a little thing. So the first time they broke up, Aaliyah got really, really upset, and she went after Jackson Lamb, and they actually did hook up, which Ethan and Jackson they're old friends technically, but at the time of this happening, they were good friends. So Ethan still does not know about Aaliyah and Jackson. But also, with that being said, Ethan got a whole ass girlfriend while they were broken up. He fully entered a relationship with Mia the first time they were broken up, and then Aaliyah was kind of like, you know, you're afraid of commitment, but you're dating this other girl, like, please leave her and give me a chance. And he's like, okay. So Mia does not like Aaliyah. Oh, apparently she doesn't hate her. Okay, good. So yeah, they kind of have a interesting relationship. It's, you know, they very much so love each other, but they've broken up twice now, and Aaliyah's kind of at the point where she's like, you know, if we break up again, I think this one has to be for sure. So she's like, basically, we're gonna get married, or we're 100% done, because I'm not doing this back and forth with you anymore. And she has made that clear to him. Now, Mr. Erwin over here, I don't love his name. I might end up changing his name. We'll see. But Erwin has been in love with Aaliyah since the very first time that he met her. So he has never dated anyone. He did have a very, very, very brief, like, flirtationship with, where is she? No way she's this low. With Riley. So him and Riley did have a very brief flirtationship, but they were never officially together. I don't think they ever even kissed. They were just kind of flirty with each other. Erwin has been in love with Aaliyah, and he wants to be with Aaliyah despite everything. That's like his literal twin. That's his literal twin's girlfriend. And he's like, yeah, I'm in love with her, and if she asked me to marry her today, I would. Like, he is so in love with her, infatuated with her. So he's never dated anyone else, and he's been there for the downfall of both of their breakups. He was kind of the person that Aaliyah turned to, you know, her shoulder to cry on. He was really supportive, and obviously he knows how both of them feel about each other, so he's never tried to make that move. But he's kind of just like sitting in the background, like waiting for Aaliyah to realize, like, oh my gosh, I should have been with you this whole time. Now there's still one more player left in the game. This is Jaden Davis. So all 4 of these Sims are actually pre-made Sims that were already in this world. The only one that I made was Aaliyah. And then also Shadow, this kitten over here. I should have done this when I introduced Morgan, but this is Morgan's kitten. She got him as soon as she moved out. Shadow is a kitten with 6 days till he's an adult, and he is neat. Anyways, back to the last one. This is Jaden Davis, and he is a man whore. He is a player. Look, his lifetime wish is to be a master romancer, which is woohooing in 5 different places with 5 different Sims. And if you didn't notice this, yes, it's a girl. He has 2 children. He was a teen dad twice. He is currently dating Layla, but he is not faithful to her. They have 2 children together, a daughter named Corey and a daughter named Keisha. And he is honestly like mentally checked out of this relationship. He has basically said, like, if we never accidentally got pregnant with Corey, their oldest daughter, he's like, we would not be together. Like, we probably would have broken up within like a couple months if she hadn't ended up getting pregnant. So he is mentally checked out, but that's the mother of his children. So it's one of those, you know, she'll always hold a place in my heart, but like, I don't love her kind of things. So he is an absolute man whore, and he knows it. Look at him. Look at this slut. Oh my God. Yeah, so he is a Cancer and a young adult with 30 days till he's an adult. He likes hip hop music, aloo masala curry, and the color red. He's flirty, a hothead, animal lover, athletic, and a computer whiz. And I'm going to have him be in the military career just because that's the job that he had taken. He's a level 2 athletic, level 4 charisma, and level 1 fishing. So the tea with Jaden. Jaden is also really, really good friends with Aaliyah. And see, him and Layla, his girlfriend, they have a really tight friendship. But again, it's one of those, I kind of fell out of love with her, but she's still a great person kind of things. Oh, and then Jaden is also good friends with Ethan. I don't think Erwin has like any friends. He has Chelsea, he has Aaliyah, he has his family. Oh, I guess he likes Eddie. Okay. But honestly, Erwin is only here because of Aaliyah. He is not friends with any of these other people. Obviously, his relationship with his brother is fine because that's his twin, but he's not really friends with these people. So Jaden was the last person that Aaliyah became friends with, and he was kind of, their relationship is very complicated. They have never kissed. They have never like done anything that would make them romantic interest, but they do flirt all the time. They have like, they sit on the couch and cuddle while they watch movies. They have sat out and watched the stars together. They do like amorous hugs. So they've never done anything that the game would consider cheating, and they've never done anything to make themselves romantically involved. But Aaliyah is almost like infatuated with him. Not that she actually wants him, but you know, he's this big old man whore, and she's just kind of like, well, why not me? Even though she has a boyfriend, you know, she's still young, you know, that's kind of like her mindset. So yeah, that's Jaden. He's gonna add some spice to this family, which I'm really excited for. He's going to be cheating on his girlfriend. He's also still going to be pursuing Aaliyah. In my mind, Jaden wants to be with Aaliyah, but he's holding back because, well, 2 reasons. Because of his girlfriend his girlfriend Layla, and because even though it says old friends, he's still pretty good friends with Ethan. So he's like, as much as I want to be with Aaliyah, whether that be dating or just a hookup, he's stopping himself because of those 2 people that he's really close with. So I think university is going to be very, very fun and very exciting with these people. I am going to have them move into a 4-bedroom house. Obviously, Ethan and Aaliyah will be sharing, but when/if, because I still don't know 100% who's going to end up with who, but when/if they break up, Ethan and Erwin will be sharing just because they are twins, so I'm sure it's, you know, it's a little bit better for them to share. I mean, honestly, just look at the difference between the faces they make. Like, Ethan looks kind of pissed, honestly, like he doesn't want to be here, and Erwin's like, hey, I'm a little awkward, but I'm glad to be here. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what these guys get up to. I am going to be binge playing them at university. I'm not a huge university person typically, but I like the idea of them not actually aging and me getting to spend a lot of time really diving into excuse me, really diving into their relationships with each other. That's one thing in The Sims that I feel like I kind of miss out on, because as young adults, I really want them to get established in their career and start a family. So I feel like I really miss out on really, really diving deep and establishing friendship relationships. So that's one of the main reasons why I want to send them to university and why they're going to be there for so long. Like, I'm going to have them go 2 weeks at a time, but do the lowest amount of class that they can. So 1, I have as much free time as possible, and 2, we can go to university for a really long time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I really hope you did. I'm super excited to see what comes of this. Because we're so late into the month of November, I mean, we're not that late, but for someone who typically gets my current households out in the first 5 days, I'm a little late. Since we're so late in the month of November, my December current household will actually be coming sooner than normal. It'll probably only be like 3 weeks after this, but I'm really excited to see how far their family has changed, even though it's not a legit family. I'm really excited. I want drama between Ethan and Jaden and Ethan and Aaliyah, and I want Erwin to maybe take his shot at Aaliyah, and Morgan's just kind of hanging in the back. She's like the ear for everyone to cry on. I think, let's see. So she's actually not close with anyone that she lives with except for Aaliyah. So kind of like Jaden, or kind of like Erwin, Morgan is only here because of Aaliyah. She doesn't really care about the boys, but maybe Morgan and Jaden will hook up. Maybe Morgan and Erwin will start something. I don't know. I kind of want to get Erwin a little girlfriend. I'm super excited to see all the possibilities that can come from this. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know with a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think's gonna happen, because even I don't even know what's fully gonna happen. I don't know if Aaliyah should end up with Ethan, with Erwin, with Jaden. Should she end up with Morgan? Should she find someone at university to end up with? I honestly have no idea. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see all of your lovely, lovely faces in my next one. Bye guys.